Ghana this year mamunyana jubi mama kwaba sumdwefie peace 104.3 na masugusu amuti ene ayi ukwada na no nwotweka se bona kwakogu no na woni tua se the platform bre ena so a ye de ba be somwo anwumiri ba bia oti yanka di free bia no aseda so nko enko enfama wo radio stations amuso dwumadie mu ato apete cheche ne benchaye na ebi eduru Ghana ni ba bia aboboano no monso so no aseda so nko enko enfama mo munyina muka ho be mo boa ama Ghana fo atene ekoso e wo my Ghana mu afei mo mobeka ye ho e wo Facebook no so no monso so na cheda aseda so nko ene ye de ema mo munyina mo boa bebre na dwumadie muka ho bi e na ehyema enu nti abadwafo e kire mo adwen no wonso adwen kire na wodi aba betum se wodi betum na e ba ntemu aberepam ya gibre na ya kenka de ama wadwen kire no wo de no obetimi da fa Facebook ne so Oko Facebook na wahwehwe peace 104.3 obehwe no na dwumadie no eye live for hofa comment ni tum ebetum ye beje bre na ya kenka de ama onye sanso a WhatsApp line 0556 700 700 0556 700 700 ida say ube use Facebook anasa WhatsApp no wadwen kire ni betum nko ade eberepam no ya gibre na ya kenka de ama we sanse dwumadie wo ka ho bi ye ne wo ene die nti abedwofo kire o madwen no wo wutie wo fie no se na wadwen kire wo na wonsoso no wo di aba na ya kenkan ede amawo na ene nkomotwetwe a eda pono so no eya kohomasika afimpino ene adunu na ide 2024 budget and foto sanfo kokopie mu emrese bedwafi kenkan na nwumire ye beje bre na yedi mu nkomo pa ebebubu hu na yedi hu nkomo bebre nti na wadwenkyire obia no wode ba yenso ye beje bre na ya kenkan de amawo sanse dwumadie yi ye ne wo na edie na ansana no anwumire yi ye ne wura kolen samwa openyine hwe ni Musa de chewa Blikuma Central beto abade amano na wakwakoje wona na mu mese bedwafie ye ne betwetwe nkomo ni nsusuye na nisu adi hu ne tirmupo botayenti a opesa de chewa Blikuma Central to aba ede amano na okwakoje wona na mu mese bedwafie no openyine besane mu enu nti wo ya Blikuma Central de hia na wode waso afem ye bebre na ebia na openyine amohwehwe no na wotimi akomomwa no eyura Collins amoa berenu dura mahweso ato aba ede amano enu akire no yene Dr. Ibrahim Zubairu openyini ye chechirefo openyini wosan penyina wada Department for Accounting and Finance Accra Technical University ano yene ne betwetwe nkomo obekasa de ama NDC amanyuku no na enu akire no yene owura Paragraph boache dankwa okay nipa mbienu yene betwetwe nkomo no owura Ibrahim Zubairu wone Paragraph boache dankwa ono so wakasa de ma ban no amamu na bambo ho nsem ho MPP amonyuko ni dimu ono so beba ene so Dr. Ibrahim kasa de ama NDC no na wuru aboache dankwa nso kasa de ama NPP mpenifo yi ene no mu besi nkonwa na akohomasika budget na esi fom no omoba beboa na yabobo ho enu nti wonso wadwen kire obetumi de abai sansem kontwetwe wo kan ho bi na yedie apamfo ebo adwumadie Patricia Sefa Fisher Elizabeth Jean Samuel Apia Prince Bafo Asamoa Henry Minka na Man Sadat menso meka ho bi nyina ye boa na nwumire de platform ye de eba besomwo na de kadna na YAW KESSEH watena sedada enu nti nkomotwetwe no efiri ase ano no na ansa na ebetwe ho abatew enyu afidie ni mfiri hanom ye ba nkomotwetwe ebifiri ase ha ye peace 104.3 twe ho abasisi ya
baby abwagana nakana beyo eyo efemenwaro so baby abwagana nakana beyo eyo efemenwaro.
The platform apramen ani apani pompa yiso the platform the cardinal na YAW KESSEH sonsontwe sontwi asonsentwe ani nsentwitwi a ekọ batako braman esinukoso ato apetia mantemfi asansa krokotiako the platform sunie asisi nkondwa asisi adwa ama trankondwa atrenufua brana na YAW KESSEH the cardinal tiadwam ewo peace 104.3 FM so the platform odoso puo ade doso ensempudium amanyosam abrabom nsam asetirem nsam ani amansa hodo so nsam ani se wudu obi ade a ani ne hia na ya kese the cardinal woni na pamfo our the platform dwumadie so wo peace 104.3 FM adwoada ni wukwada nwumre biada efri no nwotwekopim nondu the platform wo peace FM ensamo asisie de aba de akro ani de yatia ni de yehunu ni nyina ne wudi na apreto ani ne sombi na yensiai na banu so a emia the platform chire wadwene bi Ghana ya my Ghana
Batana, Yamieshra no da 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 da, Wamanu near my penny nala, now Wamanodo. Eyasa se Batana, Empe Opu.
I was a Mamunya Joe and you raise so Medamasio, your friend and I KESSEH with me, a friend the Cardinal. Mina media platform, media who chairman, Patricia Sefa Fisher, Elizabeth Jean, Prince Balfour Asamoah, Samuel Apia, Henry Kwesi Minka. And a man Sadat, Obana Shishe, and a midi home chairman. And your baby the budget home come, but before that, no Collins Amoa, or say that Chimbia say, a sia hine, ya a war a Blekuma Central, etia sia tuaba, ed the manoa, Obeba. Na wababi do a monim, say, penny obe 2 franc, adia prim, Mrashabi Jomo Kunyano, Ediama, or more Collins Amoa. I will fear her and you mray. Mene no bedin komo enche bia the platform no asungusu autie eba
Susu bribi pebi Abwagana
na yene Collins atwetwe komo wi a Sadia Sadat ekan ye no Dr. Ibrahim Zubeiru our senior lecturer public finance and accounting. I was assigned head of department accounting and finance at Accra Technical University, a member of the NDC's communication team, and Afi Palgrave Boache Dan Council, a government spokesperson for finance and security. Also, that should be a opese. What didn't who see on also Buakwa North for say Buakwa North, some so Mutumation and San, Obaba na Ababe Somo. Perifoi, Mene Collins said in Comoya na fee. Mene no atwetwe ebe ne o ma twetwe nkomo de afa budget no but sisi ade ebe ne Collins ebe twetwe nkomo ansa eya Collins majo
ya vejo so
na ho ti say
nyame adom ene mo mpa ibuntie ho ye pa
ye the radiasi pa consensus boko
nyame adom bibia ye boko e wa Blekuma Central
for yen a yen sheda enim enkran papa no Blekuma Central na ye hefa
Blekuma Central. First of all, Maminja we fide sunchia eye executive say wo eye Blekuma Central na. Me sanchia eye coordinators and a polling station executives. Any party ma wo eye Blekuma Central enenwre. Ye kan Blekuma Central, Blekuma Central e sha se wo bibia efro sabola de babo so kan. E de ba eye police quarters. E de call mass edekwa kusilete bi okoshini salvation na Blekuma Central ye to aba Ghana ha I think say ye yaba ekasa Ghana ha yi pa o hwe eye edome wa Blekuma Central from 1992 ayeji kebi mamin kebi etu mu no Blekuma Central nya dia obetumi yi free eye Ghana abatum
okay
na most of the time no o hwe the way Blekuma Central seat na tia wo potokas em say ne can say the swing seat no wo mo to me ko di MPP for wo mo to me be di NDC for that is how Blekuma Central politics etie
I see enti bacho wan kasa Blekuma Central for MPP for ni mo saying
the year 2005 na me delegate one of the polling stations are near Freho a year Osbridge. Can any near Freho Osbridge and near Freho Betty Daycare. Honanam year the youth organizer and most of the time, you know, Osha Blekuma Central ne Yatsna Yatuyaba. And when it comes to the new patriotic party, we've also served the party very well from a year constituency level. Ediba a year Esroho. Yaka a communication team in Hoa be Sabri. So Bekai a Kubia a friend of True Tech
and Accountability Forum. Emrana MPP yewo opposition na yeta ekasama party ni pa mina na midi eyesa ko nenim me ene sakasalia na most of the time na NDC4 enyomo bi omo ya ye fi se nkoyi no na yeso ye de adwen kyereba as a group ani fi se ye pese ye kasama party no ne Ghana and o share modern boy ya bo ewo ye Ablikuma Central Politics money other activities are ya the aboard new patriotic party na. I think so this is the time I was in for a Ablikuma Central a share modern boy any more the aboard party no more reward here.
I see. Party ba 8 year nanumre delegate 8 year nanumre on the Mobata 2nd December, right?
2nd December, yes.
Good. 2nd December.
Yes.
Diana eya wo ura ya me no twetwe komo sonko wo ho a obi a o tie me na nwumre beka say well mo say na mo pedi bre no
yeah 5 but see yeah 4
okay and 4 na aka no obetie ni nyina aka say ura Collins amoa ono ne obi a ne ho akono ono ne obi a adwuma no obetimi aye ni yesen ono ma aka no pacho oni delegates na nkasa.
Well, me use this opportunity. I think say every political campaign is based on policies and looking at grounds this year no the economy what omo deciding most the delegate no homogeneous would make a decision for every constituency and as every election you can't take away policy from every election be echo. Now we share the good policies Mashas here implementing or Ablikuma Central yeah share a year agree as somewhere last year. Yang any idea policies about two first Ablikuma Central policies out of the 5 policies me share your delegate bo say may implement our policies no may implement 4 ombrekra minya nod no na debiano ye bo to our each electoral area we tell them what we can do and your policies and also your policies are account portal custom say very feasible me buy me show unemployment rate in Ablikuma Central. Me organize a job fair. Me friend me buno e work constituency ni na editor when him say wa wo sha uni adwuma bia no bra na be register na Tim Collins are ready say be assist with adwuma. So far so good. Job fair na ye organize ye no ye tumi afa eyem mebunu 25 amene wo ka say omo ye adwuma enka ho a oba ye constituency ni mu a as of last year eye kunafo e wo constituency ni mu na bosumi bi edu a metuo moka me de me bottom ska ena me de tua wonka na anu ya so yesan organize a year free driving lessons ye de ma the youth and also the delegates in the constituency ye de sa akonya no beto ho se membru bi ana se obi bi opese osua aka no oba ya make available vehicle any learned people omo akwadre ewo eye driving why ye chere eye delegate no me no ka say so far so good ye wo eye about 200 delegates are register esua eye sa driving lessons no enye no kwa ye ba ye bo apro ni eye the executives of the party ekasai me be so say then ye the needs of the veterans of the constituency what they told us and say most of them have health related issues. Inti ekoye any sampening foi ekokasa said then Tim Collins ye momo omenu beje as veterans of the constituency. So far so good no I can tell you say out of 55 number 55 from the mayen ye the omuni na ato a private insurance policy a cover omo health and afie so mo yare ko ayare se bia enya do wutuaka sade we ni na yade a mashasi ame implement ewo eye constituency na minim say most of our policies no sene America no very feasible obla Ablikuma Central etie form tie the omom deciding most for the party now they can tell you say with policies ame de beto ho no I don't need anybody to tell me say idea eboa the grassroots of the party. For me being a grassroots person, I always want to communicate with them to know their needs and wants. And be make to me so my family die bia was me ye de bom no make to me ye de abom. Ye ni ye nuanom ma kasae ewo ye constituency no ye delegates na bebrena na na ka so hia ska kakra so di ahye wanwam me momu loan me de ma interest free out of the 7 electoral areas no my 4 electoral areas are 1 electoral area be ye selecting ma 5 ye diska no e dia ma yenji no baka ye sika ye se onji no mfanye odwuma. These policies policies are to us. That is the needs and wants of the good people of Ablekuma Central. And the policy is such, say, your first one, and yes, what the second policy. The first policy, policy, ye delegate, no. No mama ye sa to me no, and that's all my nod no. Ama ye nya kwan abegina on a national election abekoso, ni ye de aboa the constituency as a whole. Looking at that, ye shall say ye be implementing all the 5 policies are. Ye de to hodima ye delegate no na senyame adom na December 2nd omo to aba edima ye Colensamo a masan implemented the second phase of the policy a eba beboa ye constituency ni na nti ena nwumre mi fa we fidie kese so aye every delegate in Ablekuma Central say mreno so no mo kwa akoto aba omo vote on policies. I think the politics aye ni na is about policies. Without policy you can't stand for any position be as a person boa wa manfo. Now me say so far so good. Out of your policy na ye de buy na other aspirants no e sua no. Ye ne ye aye ne ye ewo Ablekuma Central.
Okay. Okasa now say na mo ye 5 and aka 4. One every
minia Sami Brakon e de na ho odi ono so wo de abeka me de ho a minim say ye possible say Ablekuma Central ye be san gi seat in the back ye be recapture seat in the back na
Sami Brako
mpacho ai
Sami wa betina be out in the job be dwane no mo hapa
Nana
Sami ade say
Nana nyago pondum me ho ye
one step down
Nana enokre ma step down ai Nana ma step down
sa
ai Nana ma step down
enti de obegina kan ni yana ni fancy biaza
Nana ne ewo mu ni say medical ada Sami Brako machitafo team SB asepaye na fe so mede nchia kese ama Ablekuma Central delegates na titire nso so ene executives ne coordinators na Sami Brako eba ha se me no nkoma idea no se recording wo na se obo repeat na se wutia na be hunu se Sami Brako obi a oye osomfo Sami Brako enye pesami nkomenya Sami Brako na mo to politics munyina from day one Ablekuma Central baba mbra ho last na mekano I've been there for 32 years 16 years in front line of politics obi biara ni ho a ode ne bottom sika ankasa nyese bia ode to me bi na wakonya sika ana say position bia ya gba na wakonya sika but ono and the bottom sika abo Ablekuma Central policy NPP politics essence Sami Brako ene the current office Ablekuma Central use as our party office 3 stores ya kabom ya baby conference room baby chairman and secretary for etna any store room ya baby sabi se unya nature ko obeko visitor the dinner no Sami Brako na ediama Ablekuma Central for good 5 years maybe 40th birthday me de donation ema omo nana we di adanse pefe se Sami Brako no sabi enye bibia ye ama ono ankasa ho na emom no Ablekuma Central for enema miensa na mehwa Ablekuma Central for na me de mani eto fom no me hunu se nyankopon adom akoma pane adwempa Ablekuma Central no na ye mre wane ye nkwakora ne ye delegates ye youth ditimi kase nyankopon ya adom ma ye nya Sami Brako so nipa be se miensa na enan Ablekuma Central ha anka ya wie nana nyame nchade menya obia ne kuma ene me kuma ayepe na dwempa ene ma dwempa ayepe na yemuye ene me nso ma yemuye ayepe nana se ekoba ne se ya na esese mehwe na me hunu se wa ma ne osene wa nsene wa wo so nya de abetimi asene obia na se ne se Sami Brako ye MP ne na so betime afi ono ani botom se bia ban po nhye dan fa bibi papa bi mai na ono betime afi ono ana hoɔden mu abo nipa bɛ sɛ 100 a mahwɛ ba hu sɛ Collins Amwa ebetime abo nipa bɛ sɛ 1000 nana
na hoɔden so sene ho
na hoɔden ɛso sene me nana na hoɔden so sene me na akoma ne de ne nyina yɛ pɛ
Collins wa hoɔden
Collins ɛwa hoɔden pa why prepared in fact why ready why crado say or the Hobba for Ama Breakma Central. Said there's some Braco in Hobba for Ama Breakma Central. Nana, delegates are a Breakma Central, more than 1,500. And apart from said delegates, more 1,500, no. Ye active sympathizers are one of the so call election, our polling station executive, and I know. It is best 10. I move back in the winning every delegates. I am 1,500. And now be Biara on your delegates, and I be who is on your delegates. Utimi hu obi adwuma wo ye no kra delegates it no sympathizers are more active any delegates 1,500 Collins Samuel ne metena say edin komo o se same nhwehwemu ama ye nie enipa baakofo entimi hwɛ sa delegates we so obaakofo so be sa adwuma we na otwa ntro some minimum wa wo de abo mo minimum ho fama minimum obre ene wo so mpa wo de asomom minimum ne ohwehwɛ de ma party we enu ntina wo ye so ye landlord no. As I'm a landlord there, you have to welcome a person. Would you to say so? Become or better breast or this one is so Breakma Central or better so amount. Then I never mentioned I'm a Breakma Central. They say, Yami, Enya, Adumna Yenya, will be a bit Mary city at their mind, which I know send come meet Mary hands down. They told me no. And I say, I Breakma Central. Naya Casse is a banana swing. Nanya swingo. Abra 96. I am Mr. Crab. Eba ya obe winia. 2 years time no owudija hokoye no ye fe okule no te bae no otena so ma ekoduru 2008 ansa na NDC for eba abeje free ensem na enam se e fiti sa brand be sin ne Breakma Central NPP ye how kese akoye enkrof ase yen kan ye humbom enkabom afia Breakma Central sesi ya no se ye di asuma si we ba asuma si say we winning kwa de anya de ama adwuma de aboa no ye de asuma si we ba asuma si say we winning kwa anya de ama adwuma de aboa no but if Freeman Collins buy no apart from good policies any niema wa ye de aboa Breakma Central che say wa ye credo no enkabom sronko na papa no e di aba
enti de wo pa kire nyina ne say Collins is the right man.
Collins Amwa is the right person. Say Collins etimi e win election way coming on the 2nd obe win the general election. Na owini so a ne suban pane na yam yenti no obetena so ache senia ebinim call 96 omda so ho no said ebinim call 2000 omda so ho no Collins betena so ache na Collins so aye na adwen say oye businessman na say be oti business ase na ohu sa election ya okoya na se politics oye na nsan ya Breakma Central say a business ne omuni say oye businessman na say okakra we kita o capital no wan so mu ye na so na basa adwuma ne begu Collins say ohun delegate bi a Breakma Central say ore na capital in this politics say onya beje akonya ne say kim delegate a man akonya e ma otimi ebetena so as the PC wasan be MP no enya de obedu hu agro enhyehyɛ pa wa hya say ye no enya de obegya mu because Collins nye na adwen say oba 3 days and 4 days no akọ oba abeje akonya no atena so kosi so no ankasa be kasa fe de ma bre into be meto aso eti we nyina dey dance say delegates for nya ne mugi dey on the 2nd no so oye number 2nd nyame ncha dey ye fa ye ko file enra no pick number no oyi number 2 eno kire pefe say enye wo ba omia enkurum de ba number 2 no mu na ama say number 2 na koye nhira soronko obi oyi number 2 bia kire pefe say yakopon sa one so nyame ayi Collins Amwa ama Breakma Central for so on the 2nd number 2 ana me bompa say me my sacrifice me homa Breakma Central for you know one answer so ebeji atum say e yampa ne samede abrain eye na won so ontimi ento aban fama Collins Kojo Amwa na so wodi nkunimu a me hye mo bo say ne niema woni matra dem ahyehye ne waka nyina bibia ni ho a sebi eye ntro ni nyina obeye ama onya ho faso
me da say Collins
yeah
eti mpacho Brako so akasa yetie de same Brako eka wan kasa won sema wakanti mpacho in the last 2 minutes won sema twa to na yefa mi san komo
mefa we fidie kese so akache delegator nyame ya adoma December 2nd. Omokoto abani na nin say Ablekuma Central once upon a time near political history bi oha. Yes say ekoto aba ni ye member of parliament automatically ye nya ye president or ye free the new patriotic party. Intino bebre as Ablekuma Central is the gateway to the presidency. But you see, our sa dynamics in sa history na e wa Ablekuma Central no asesa. See, I was a year president and so any member of parliament. So I want to use this opportunity to urge every delegate in Ablekuma Central say ye per se ye breaki the 8 in Ablekuma Central. Nipa was say ye to Abamano e ye calling someone. Because o share the disunity in the constituency anaminia bemano ekana. We need somebody obey to me aka a ye delegate ni na boom for us to break the 8 na die nima na ye calling someone. Na mefa efidia so asansre say December 2nd do near kwakoto aba yenkai number 2 stands for unity senia eye minia be ma asan ba be come hu ya da kire say prayer we ba ko ebetumi ebuba wo kan bomo nya de ebetumi ebuda enti mesre say emre no du no mokọ akoto aba no mato e de ama Collins amoa na onu ne betumi break 8 no e wo ye Ablekuma Central.
Collins, we wish you well, sir.
Thank you.
Kona go dinku nimbra, we are no aba me edingomo.
Mate,
why?
Me da say.
We wish you well. Right. You. I was for you know be me yan ka say friend Collins Amoa. O say da chi bia say MPP ase ahene mo ma ne kwan a. Ablekuma Central akunwa na obeji atran so. Obeji atran so ma mo say mrahye badwani na mo kaya brebi same brakwin. Oba ha be kasa pa. Ene same brakwo so was step down. Ama Collins say Collins Amoa enko the platform ena waso egusu a uti beba
Susu bribi baby Abwa Ghana na Ghana beyo eyo efemeni waro Susu bribi baby Abwa Ghana na Ghana beyo eyo efemeni waro
Madika ka chem say nwumre mpanifo amene omo twetwe nkomo Dr. Ibrahim Zubairu why churchfo ewo Accra Technical University, why a member of the NDC's communication team, no head of Department of Accounting and Finance ewo Suapono emu Nemana washisha you made them who come ye mashime. Edison was adjusting the tablets in the day. Allah. And they betin some papa. Dr. Zubairu. And then they betin some papa. Dr. Zubairu.
Masa.
Majo.
Yeah.
Ete saying.
I am glad to be able to go kakra.
Chimi bin brown him kaka. Me who watch you?
Yegusu eja say enoma bodom pima. Definitely. I was there. Also, bodom pishano. Now wait to me. SCC, which ye. Edema. No work to touch ma.
All right.
It's no. And wage man and again. But in Kakakra, I feel say it's an order.
I see. Dr. Zubairu na Mate Nekan Pelgrim watching down kwaso so ewa Pelgrim.
Hello.
That is saying.
Nyamia dom oba de adaroma o de ache michiao sanchia wetie fo no ahwefo. Emesemba hache kakra.
Enye say you say watch anga.
We ba hache pa.
Ba hache ache.
Sesi ade wa hu a mitwi kasa na ye kama.
Nyame oho.
Na de o ye milia peni o. Wa bo am ye pra.
Arumako be fi me ba ofra me say what say me ba peace f.
Arumako.
Me ba be din komo kakra. Na ya hwe sene a.
Budget is
no man be ko.
Okay.
Me wie mi ntia no.
Ene to aso yi.
Mami ntia na me san ntia the good people of Ebuaka North constituency.
Wow.
Any omwa call vetting for orphan constituency. Yeah, be mo congratulations. Na yaka trom so mo bom ho mo den na omunkunkom wenim na December 2nd election no. nipa o say fata no December 2nd yes December 2nd December 2nd election no omunhwe nipa o say fata a obetumi akọ yi NDC for efisa akonya no so ama yenya more seats or parliament academic politician
ebe nyameti ase ebe pa ti ebo ka no fofo paragraph so mamadwo chiamo pa na osi Collins Amwa is making a lot of inroads in Ablekuma Central. I engaged some people from his constituency the other day and was surprised at the support he is garnered thus far. A lot of upset likely to happen on December 7th. Eja kwaju elwe free mayra na eba ejeju enono. Okay. Menua baako osi e friend Akacha. Hey, Akacha de one makai menua baako e friend Maxwell Opon. Akacha mi muebu, Akacha mi pra. Osi good evening. I will be very grateful if you could ask all the aspirants who appear on your respected program these simple questions for me. 1. If they are truly ready to help the people, why do they wait until they want positions to organize the numerous interventions? 2. Why do they always consider delegates during such period? And 3. Are they the only people who are going to vote for them? And why does it look like they are doing the people some favor? Anyway, it is also paragraph. Una ofra bemu. Ntina na mo say no.
Nana me dance.
The moye na mo say. But before that, patch of paragraph. Obebam. My men can say say identify the medical check say me wo interest wo ho. And me fancy say e ba denta me biased and e ba Ablekuma Center so as adenta me candidate wo. Your friend Cozy Akusua Menu. Adenta Beyonce me candidate no. Or number 3. But strangely, me nko nyina so peke 3. Cozy peke 3. Mami efa kuto e peke 3 e wo Okaikwe North. Ena ayepe so peke 3 e wo Yinsia no. Ena me so no. Me call Holy Trinity Catholic Church.
The Trinity.
The Holy Trinity. The most Holy Trinity Catholic Church. So what you say. And number 3 ne dey jumama me party fine. Anyway, paragraph.
Yo.
Na mo pesa mo chere say.
Nana, send your name no and there. President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo mampeni o Ghana. Ne minister dia chef finance your friend Honorable Ken Oforiatta. Echo the floor of the House of Parliament. Na senya imra ewo mu ese fata Article 179 of the 1992 Constitution no section 21 clause 3 HSS bomodin na okomra shebedwemu na o present President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo ne nisuade hu ene ne sika femu
the
last budget I mean to be fair. Now, prior to that, no say every budget preparation bia ye no aban bomodin any stakeholders eshia. Ema yesusu hu ema yehu enema bi hia magana for ama omu asitremu aye papa. Inti endra no ansa na ye be present budget ne ende no. Finally aban etumi reach a consensus with organized labor. Ama yenim say afefo fro na ye kwako remu no. President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo amemu civil servants, public servants, public officers. Yato amakotuomu to the tune of about 23%. Ebe take effect from January of 2024 to June of 2024. Now, enye no kwaso ni ayo. Ya sign so project say from June of 2024, ekokosi December of 2024. Yebe san to amakotuomu to 25%. Ebi see that in the history of the country. Seni enim no Minister for Finance oni ni nyankopon ewa pambia o shedwumade bia se a or the trokronkron to honum emayen intended ye ne trokronkron ko fa ye efi sam
see I know the dada
oh and okay to me find that I say bless the Lord oh my soul say me kra yinyamia ye and all that is within me bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, forget not all his benefits. And say Ghana for yema ye refi juma pa onyankopon aye amayen. To be fair, the minister Emma Yetin maybe I say my who contest na yafemu in terms of difficulties na ye wo mu a ye boy ye ho etumi fi mu my who background plan of economic recovery no my yeti say ye boy ho modern say ye restore the macroeconomic stability essentially send ye betumi a coordinate equitable debt operational program DDEP ne external debts na near one ensure say omwa SSC abom ho ban the vulnerable senior canon no ye betu abom ho ban na ye boy ho modern so say IMF negotiations no ye to me have a enhanced program me de ko honum SSC ye under the IMF program as I so can say abaya bon ho modern create that enabling environment for private sector senior be on betumi enyi ye pan economy omayeti say global issues na esi wo wiase afa na enya na Ghana pe. To be fair, Okachan say in the United States of America, in the history, well over many years, almost inflation conform as low as 1.8% in 2019. As a CNO, as at 2022, now 6.5%, and currently is about 3.7%. And yeah, they be see that to say even with the biggest economy like the United States of America, almost have challenges with their inflation. As in the UK for the year to over 41 years, they to me experience this level of inflation 1.7 in 2019, 11.1 in 2022. And yeah, there who be that. Into my who say, I mean, gradually, you know, a buying a bon homodin sesa incomodie no sesa your story na ye wana SSC canon osheyebo say yekoye nim no there were a lot of stability growth just say over the next few years na ye de ho akoshe IMF mu no there were 5-year growth strategy bia ye pese focus on some initiatives over the next 14 months ewo aban jumadie ya yedi okache yen say yehwe ye gross domestic product na yepesi e bomodin na for the first time in the history of Ghana now close to about 1 trillion Ghana cedis my with even the then NDC government in 2016 and a projection of that for 2024 Jumadio DM so
I'm sure you're talking about the size of the GDP.
But say
yes, I'm talking about the
size of the GDP. Projections are why for towards 2024, comparable to 2016. You know. Manager P. Nanaya say Minister for Finance Eddie Nebosheso together with President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo say Akosombo Dam spillage. Oshe in Yemesi Honoma or say it to feature heavily in the budget. Signed it to 2 honum say a buying abomoding a budget close to about 220 million Ghana cedis. You pesi a bit to me relief phase of the communities in within Akosombo dance village. Me sure say we need not only for Omo Akosombo territories, you know, but also for the Honorable Samuel Okudzato Ablakwa. He's done extremely very well. The way I didn't want Jimu or Honumna, Yabona Baso with a lot of that. I mean, so obviously, said the Minister for Finance, Ebon Abaso, in all of it. Now, you share transformation buying peso here in terms of households now social interventions here. They are to honum no. Buying saying in the history of Ghana, you see a bombarding now every sector of the Ghanaian economy, every household. Social intervention programs here. They are to honum nyano. You say every single household. Omutumi. having a fair share of it. You can free SHS on in common say you invest close to about 5.7 million in conform which me impacting on it from free SHS are costing close to about 8.4 billion Ghana cedis over the next generation. And I've stated very clearly unequivocally say the level of investment are buying President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo a year in free SHS. Ama your literacy rate in this country over the next few years, it will power almost to about 100%. So say your literacy rate is in the 70s coming up, and I'm glad say the academic politician is here, and he also appreciates Jumadia President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo a year in free SHS. You're very good and unprecedented. You should leap. I mean, Nana leap ya dia ehunhiama nipa bebre I kind of the vulnerable. Yabo modern say kwa invest close to about 1.2 billion Ghana cedis. I have impacted about 350,000. I mean, in Kofo bebre Eddie leap to draw the all of that ya share. Yes, and so NHIS so say I expanded service delivery now to close to about 16 million Ghanaians, and we share all of that now. It's clear say the government of President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo budget here present here in budget. It's a clear indication of the clear path now you're setting for ourselves going forward into the 2024 year. On Mampeni for Minister for Finance, here on YAW. Okacha say by and large, Abaya Bomodien created close to about 20,000 local jobs for Imemua Umurie University. Over the next few years, Shesenia Ombetumi employ close to about 350,000 Ghanaians. Stated here, MIA can you start home commodity ni niemenya. This budget, in global outlook of how the moral fabric of the Ghanaian economy is striving, and I'm in no doubt in my mind. Say, no man pin another Danko Akufo-Addo say he knows how to revive an economy, but onim senya say nipa ehrenem kwa. Now he was a prophet. We can't rule that out. Yes, I also call gold for oil home commodity. Who the stability aba with your fango as any stability aba with our forex and our exchange rates home commodity. The Minister for Finance also very clearly fiscal developments now. Any projections are a woman towards 2024 year. By and large, resource mobilization. As I say, I buying and making sure say expand resource mobilization efforts. Clearly, I buying say total revenue and grants are projected to close to about 176.4 billion. And obey about 16.8% of the GDP. Largely, at least tax revenue measures would amount to about 0.9% of the GDP. Resource allocations also are buying airborne home say every single sector of the Ghanaian economy, resources I say at the moment, Nana, what's a property rate? Chrome Hanum,
because property rate still. Sabai hold do Ghana and serious. Property rate in Kwa should generate substantial amount for Ghana. But property rate, baby, I say, and I'm Muntimenji. Abaya Wuntimenji, a 2 obvious, so glaring say, who be able to make Wuntimenji. Now, the former private individual now on commission my way. Muntimenji property rate and so.
Nanaya, yeah, bind there. Yeah, G property rate. It featured very strongly in terms of revenue measures. Because abroad you want to amount to me not dying by 4 and 3 and 5. It's as a property rate. It's amazing. But Ghana handle the go multiple houses omuntia property rate. President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo edin in yakorum. Basically, ye kind say bills, say enya dia ibetuma ye bibia into min come rashe bedwemu. Inti bills wo honoma yabo modin a yahase a ye hu adwuma ye share close to the number of billable properties and some ye sustainable no more increasing to about 1.3 million properties. I don't know Yeshrepa escalated close to about 12.42 million, representing about 856% of surge of properties yet to me identify yet to me abeliomo. Now say all these properties say to me increase margins now ebetu my sika bebre ewo maimu. Now this comes to say your digital address system near the tutu ono no aboa ye pa because no ama the basis and the foundation yede tutu ono tax reliefs commodity bebre akohonum parts ya ye memu wa emba omutwa brand niema omuhye no aban say it's a locally manufactured parts in there no to me taxi I think it comes as a relief to many Ghanaians but so big of crabba dia nana ya send a business and nipa special ye inti buying the some extended rate of VAT be on locally manufactured African prints also over the next 2 years and buying the atoto honum VAT home commodity bebre VAT stamp grant exemptions near the total zero VAT rate on parts zero VAT rate also on locally assembled vehicles a year more than 2 years buying at their total and a number of way expenditure measures. So Bekaya,
I got 3 minutes.
Hey, any matter me don't worry. Say me ma quick overview. Obi one ma went to meet the Minister for Finance. Ma quick overview. Send a bill obi abehu. Obekaya, buying a cut down expenditure drastically. I mean, a bit see that or buy mu obehu say president atinaketu aso vice president atinaketu aso ministers atiomaketu aso deputy ministers atiomaketu aso CEOs MCs deputy CEOs all appointees of government yatiti aketu aso boom expenditure no aban say yabomodi atitete aketu esu there na say we are very assured say in the 2024 year now yebekono is still continuing. I mean, I think we should be able to commend Abai for a number of these interventions. And then obviously, your measures be external sector, any monetary sector, any real sector, I think now Obekaya, your call IMF program, there are a few things they call your free BB PC PEC. I know enhanced program they call and maybe one of my can see yes you better restore macro stability and debt sustainability yes you better build a strong resilience you better implement a wide range and strong structural reforms in various sectors of the Ghanaian economy. You better lay foundations for strong and inclusive private sector led growth. I mean, every now and then, in here for your bomodin say your bedroom yepa. By and large, Oshe planting for food and jobs. I mean, I'm impressed. Say phase 2 of the planting for food and jobs, idea also Ghana for be brainy. So far, it's been implemented in about 5 regions. Under the leadership of the Honorable Minister Brian Champon. A lot of the various aspects of the Ghanaian economy, is striving very strongly. You can't inclusive and economic and projects now. You see the 3 operational EEPs, you're close to about 5,000 jobs. By and large, I think the Ghanaian economy is on track under the leadership of President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. You start initiative, and then a few other sectors are President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo buy or Jadek nom ne GIF nom ne all those other interventions not forgetting say Abaya Bon Homodin say over the few years ahead of us we do not want to empesi ebeja ekabia to honoma echifuonu entumi endi hujuma nti yesi abasika abinde kanya ya bomodin restructure ninya all of that and so strongly feature in the budget statement and at least some social spending, free SHS, free TVET, capitation grants, livelihood and employment program, national health insurance scheme, school feeding. School feeding director me say waka baby mano only ebusian for me who say
Mrs. Koshiga
man with school feeding o musika ba so school feeding is 740 million ebe feeding 3.8 million peoples hot meal a day hot meal a day, over 10,000 public schools. This is unprecedented, my brother. And then obviously roads. Say yakasa abind the roads there o makwata de waye roads pa na do da kweku for da daroma. Roads are yesi ye also are here. Kumase Lake Road and drainage extension, reconstruction of Bichim, Techimanta, Akomando 71%. Construction flyover. Eva.
But the oboy be the kind of
Bichim
ni
Techimantia. Techimantia. Bechem Techimentia
ena akumadan tomato
akumadan
enti ufri bechem eye bomu kwa bechem no esi techimentia na uko akumadan
mate
oti uko na ti akumadan na chese wesi Kumase Kintampo.
Okay.
Main road no
okay.
So.
Aban no udana medase. Construction of flyover. Flower pot yamiwe Accra Tema. Say on Accra Tema. And phase 2 of Tema motorway. Construction of bypass Osino Enyineme Enyirisi Konongo Accra Kumasi Highway. Yeye ninya reconstruction Agona and Kwanta Takwa Road no 44% complete. Dualization ho for Yechiamu Sokode any other names no any just second D Takra the yema we refimu. You see phase 1 28% completion and a dualization of Insawom of Ankol Road. Nana ya hoda mitio Insawom honum na mete. How be constituency minya fifia 35 minutes no me do constituency you see Insawom eko hono ye dualize 6 lanes 10 lanes. Oh, Nana, this is President.
Mami dear Dr. Zubero, but
impressive.
But before I call Dr. Zubero, so no documents no go. No, baby, some messenti. I want tax so.
Nana ya
budget no. Ama hu chire na wo man mu na ama form kakra.
Nana ya aban increase tax o. Aban afa new tax bi amba o. Ese Ghana fo hu. Number 2, aban increase salary of public sector. Impacting the whole Ghana system. Ghana hanum the highest number of people. Juma security room public sector. Abai increase. Ebinum yere benya more salaries. Ebinum papa benya more salaries. Ebinum oba benya more salaries. Ebinum wa fasenum benya more salaries. Ebinum nananom benya more salaries. In the same to me trakra. Na onana efro aso nana minisika. Abai ato salary mu. Abaya bomodi increase your salary. Last year, yama 15%. Next year, yama 23% from January to June projected. Inflation across that time na perform. Assign increase in 1 year from 23% to June and June to December 25%. Nana ya usemayade. So President Nana Dodako Kufuor abon humodi yepa from 15%, 8% increment to 23% and an extra 2% increment. It means that 10% increment in less than 1 year. This is a prudent government. It is yes, yan tax so yan sign so introducing new tax. And second of all, so say as I am making sure say organized labor they are happy. Nana, once you please organize labor, see a bomb organized labor naturally say we have an economy that is thriving. Productivity would increase.
Mate, my main call Dr. Zubero. Dr. Zubero.
Leo.
As I'm pretty on. Budget now uti na now nyabia kan what are the highlights? And na ehina ye low keys at them out and that's womb ehina ana wa hu bibia.
Generally on say budget no me hu say annual ritual bi. And yeah because of the provisions in the constitution and PFM Act 2016 section 2.
Doc but obeti am aneso kakra ka ho ma.
Me say budget na quite to say annual ritual bi. And every year bia na ya kwakenkan. But generally provisions in the constitution and PFM Act no. And ama 18 years number no na mitie ni nyina budget no na ye me asefem kakra ne say menu e ka say ya fat tax bi amba tax wo ho nana
there here new tax new tax na there here
tio in uko number 74
I was about Dr. Zubairu Ibrahim and Okasei.
Number 74.
Item number 74.
Tie asama minister neka o say item dabi o as a VAT no a VAT flat rate of 5% to replace the 15 standard VAT rate on all commercial properties will be introduced.
How is that a new task?
To simplify,
Maybe will be introduced. Now, but also to address the negative externalities of the plastic waste and pollution.
No, but they stay on the 5%, and I'm all kinds of point in the view.
I say a flat rate of 5%.
Flat rate of 5%
to replace 15% standard rate on all commercial properties.
How is that a new task? A tax, sorry.
Commercial properties are in another tax. So
it's 50. Said the worker is a metiasi and 15%. Yes, sir. And I'm just
as a man, maybe no. Me, it's a question I'm asking because our brother not trouble or no. It's ambiguous.
No, it's not. It's so clear.
Theo, a VAT flat rate of 5% to replace the 15% standard rate on all commercial properties. And the question I'm asking is, how much were we taxing commercial properties?
Okay. So that statement now can you know? A minute. Says that statement now can say what he is telling you is say so standard rate now never hotter than no commercial properties no a 15% flat rate of VAT. Now or say some be 5% instead of 15. And I
don't believe so.
I mean anyway, and I paragraph on what you say.
But I say that's Papa no you see the academic politician one kind say to it right. You want to say?
May advance in normal be.
Oh, there be academic politician
because
right? Tax way and that's tax relief. So now I say a VAT flat rate of 5% to replace 15% standard VAT rate on all commercial properties will be introduced to simplify administration. Simplify administration. Just say ukoto nyema. Unim say
as a man make no
na me person me yes.
Okay, Manim you note that point.
Me note pa
15-5%
me note
administrative whatever.
Mate,
note it down. Why?
Me note Patrick.
Baby I may ban say. Ya matters waivers bebre our maimo to several companies to deprive the state of revenue. What has come of it? And we are going to extend more to commercial properties. And where do we get Yama tax waivers bebre or maimo?
Okay.
Ideally, no, meaning say a tax waiver is given for a purpose that is going to help economy, no, either to boost the job creation or to expand the economy because a lot of the things are in the pan area, no, are buying to encourage the person to do more, bring in foreign exchange and the rest of them, no. Now ya more aquinya to be able to expand to get more to be done for the country so that we all get benefit as a country. Now I'm a bebre. What has come of it? And a year way. Where are we going to get money to support the revenue generation? Next year, cost 75. Also, a stamp to address the negative externalities of plastic waste and pollution. Government will review. Government will review and expand the environmental excise duty to cover plastic packaging, industrial and vehicle emissions. Were we paying for vehicle emission already? No. How much is our emissions in Ghana compared to other countries? That vehicle emissions na ewo ho no. Omega we documented about Parliament. Trust me and put it where water will not touch. We are going to pay because I've seen a document like that. Yeah,
what is vehicle emission?
A tax,
Sir.
Carbon emission of vehicles. Okutakala, based upon your side of the engine, you know. They calculate or UK, I know.
Okay.
What they say. But I know it was not part of our arrangement. But Edaba has say, just check that one. Fine. They have not come clear about it, but they have drawn your attention that they are going to do it. Highlight it and then market. You will see that Eba Uyusuka Eba Ina Yobetua because Mr. Yusuka also betua. Why won't you come out clearly and indicate that this is it? And say they will address the negative externalities of plastic waste and pollution. Government will review and expand the environmental excise duty. Already there's an excise duty. We're going to expand it to cover plastic packaging. Already you hear about that one. Industrial and vehicle emissions. Until the vehicle emissions are the new thing that is going to be added. Well, we use Sukabiano, you have to be concerned about what is happening. I know, sir, we used to have what they call luxury tax. There's a luxury tax in the system that we are paying. Already budget now, the intention was to do away with that one. When this vehicle emission is coming, the luxury tax will be repealed and this will be replaced with that one. Nana, tripartite, we now owe me a minimum wage, you know. We were part of the team that were doing the negotiation.
On behalf of TUC?
Our union, yeah. Now, we started with 75%.
Number percent?
75%.
Of the
open economic of and economy issues of
75% of what?
75% increment of the base pay.
75%.
That was the initial request that was put on table by
of
TUC.
your base pay.
Yes.
Hey, most more day, Papa.
Nana pa.
What
now? Nana. Uto no mo go match won.
Nana hinam tie. Debi but was.
Debi.
Namo and nemo who we are
Obi atimu ya din o.
Hey, 75%.
Yes. That was the initial request of the organized labor. I think I take about more than 3 days to be able to reach a consensus.
Dr. Zubairu Bekume.
Oh, that been no kwaba na make a
75%.
Yes.
Abba.
That was the initial proposal on the table.
It wasn't a event.
Maybe I buy no the 10.5 na buy first.
Okay.
Then it was rejected. So we went ahead to look at it from the point of view, and then there were lots of give and take, back and forth. Sa and Sana. You agree on 25. 25 na I agree na ba say ni me ade. Ontimi 25 no ntini yenche mebie. Na almost for 23 and started from January. So that by June no. Then na economy stabilizer, then we can be able to continue with the remaining two number that account now 25. Yeah, continue. Then into caucus normal agreement. So ideally it's supposed to be 25, but the starting will be 23. Sanya minwe kan ko within month years. So
Watch it dankwa.
Okay. Dankwa. Okay. So from after June, then we'll continue with the
The 2%.
The 2% to make it 25. Yeah. Yeah, two dear. But also, a nominal air into the system now. This increment is just a flash in our system. One thing you should know is that in Ghana, businesses are largely profiteering. So, are buying taxes. In normally, bonus and dano hardly say a form. It doesn't just come down easily like that. The only place I will say echo up and down maybe fuel stations, and because it's obvious we'll be after and we're friendly. And you know, budgeting in general, I wonder a lot of the things that have been projected in the budget. I've seen the revenue projection to be problematic or too ambitious, because even last year there are no intimate target yet, which is lower than this year's one. The meet target here. How are we going to meet the target? Is it because of the introduction of these new things that Obi Okuta Kabiano will have to pay? Over from there, I'm telling you for a fact for what I've seen. And tax reliefs for, and I say what we call tax waiver for certain companies on my present is a different. I was expecting say a better budget but it was not shown in the budget. It's a different paper that had been presented as of yesterday in our parliament. And I want to.
But when you're full budget, no.
This one is the presentation.
That's the abridged form.
Me wo highlights, no.
No, but normally so shape
highlights, with the figures.
With the appendices now,
and Americano ni now.
Okay.
But problematic. As I'm beginning can be say, waivers na yama be from 7 years to now. What has come of it? Then a year frame.
So Tinanke is on my waiver crown.
I believe, sir, while you are struggling. You are struggling. Revenue no intiminje. Na ne obetu ma age kakra ni that's what no so no na wo de che. How can you meet your target? Ya minimum say companies na yama mo tax waiver no. What is the reciprocating return to the government or to the state, so to speak? Are they able to employ the young people that we want them to be employed? Are they able to help generate more foreign exchange to help stabilize our foreign exchange reserves to help the country? Are we able to get production levels to go up to ensure? Now, mind you, industry growth as at 2023 a negative 2 point something. I don't know, sir. Where for industry growth over the period, if we are still giving waiver, what has been the return to those? Why are we still having negative if we still continue giving tax waiver within? Sure. The a simple time series analysis of the industry growth, but say me botchrow so that you can be able to as it were pick it from there. 2017 was 15.6. Now are you listening?
It's your paradox.
2018 it dropped to 10.5. 2019 it dropped further to 6.4. 2020 it went to negative 2.5, and you had the better COVID. Mewa. 2021, it went to negative 0.5. 2022, it went up a bit to 0.9. 2022, it went to 1.9. And 2023, it went down to negative 2.2. Industry sector or industrial sector or the industry growth, so to speak. And this is not far different from the way other sectors have performed. But to be honest, agricultural services have done pretty well if you compare them to industry. So if we are moving from taxation to industrialization, why are we dropping and getting negative? We must be able to answer these.
What page are you on? What paragraph is that?
Pardon?
Paragraph.
No, this is the main budget to the full one. I'm having the full one here, but you are having only the speech, the budget speech, yeah. And this one is what has been presented as the main budget. If you go to item 9, that talks the summary of the sector growth performance for the first half of 2023, which has been shown in the table here. You'll find it there. Industry, there's a time series data for it. 2017 is 15.6, 2018 10.5, 2019 6.4, 2020 negative 2.5, 2021 negative 0.5, 2022 started going, picking up 0.9, 2022 1.9, and 2023 from 1.9 it dropped down to negative 2.2. And that's my question. How can we juxtapose the promise of moving from taxation to production and industry growth will be dropping the way it has dropped down to date? It's a effort by in our buying a year in order to take care of this. It's a tax waiver now, yeah, the man and support industry be grower still eco negative no. That is my problem there. How are we going to resolve these discrepancies that are coming or that are leading to some of these things? A lot of things are with our times on the show, no, we cannot scrutinize them properly because we are rushing into so many other things to talk about the issues. And monetary policy. If truly the policies we are having are doing well, why will Bank of Ghana continue increasing monetary policy? Sure, yeah, the car. Yeah, postpone the car, say, yeah, betuano in the future. And in the end, definitely there will be artificial stabilization of our city against the foreign currency because can I get in the foreign currency and try you hold on because of the DDEP. And the pressure on the city will be a bit stable. And this is artificial. About time I say you turn, what happens? Check it. The program of the DDEP by 2025 thereabout must have to look for about 1.5 billion to start paying the interest, $1.5 billion to start paying. So these are issues we have to look at and be able to see what are the measures in the budget to take care of some of these things that we anticipate in the future as we are going. We are talking about 2024 and beyond. The 2025 will come. We have to make plans for it. Are we having a sinking fund that is there to take care of some of these things? No, we don't. It is not there. If it is there, we'll see it in the budget. But it isn't. All these are important things we need to ask questions, and the managers of the economy should be able to tell us. this is not politics. It's about the welfare of the state and the people within it and whatever that we are talking about. Medokana may postpone there, it doesn't mean say minchia. We must have conscious effort and make plans that time better say yebetuano. Next can wo. And the are trying ochina and sana.
Ya pesca.
Is that what we are doing? Because I have not seen anything of that nature in the budget. We must be forthright, thinking ahead, say, this is what we are going to do. I have not seen it in the budget. And secondly, so, CCIETI, death, now, what's the death to GDP, it has been postponed, what do you call, estimated to be 1 trillion. Estimate to.
And yet debt to GDP estimated to 1 trillion.
That be messy. GDP no has been estimated to 1 trillion.
Yeah.
And projected GDP now no. And whatever we have no. See ratio no is about 60 or 57% or something like that in the budget at Adam presented. We share. Table just hold on for me now.
Ratio of the
debt to GDP.
I mean, I'll say about 60%.
Oh, that'll be 50 something. So I know how much I am now.
Me 60.
Oh, you 50. Okay.
Me 60. But person me who the oh can. To the me wa dajima pa.
What I say? Nana 60 57 64 no. 66.4, sorry.
For year man no.
Oh, I wonder.
No, for 64 near year.
Up to September 2023.
I'm talking of projection for 2024 fiscal year.
2024 fiscal year.
Oh, sir, the projection now. Okay, I said the size of the GDP in 2016 is 256 billion.
Yeah.
And it is projected to grow to and expand to 1 trillion in 2024.
Yeah.
At the end of the fiscal year. And at that to GDP ratio no. Okay, say the estimation is by 2024 no. Now abe do 60%. That's what some me idea as me kan here.
And America say. As at September 2023.
The projection for this year then was it 60?
May say as at September 2023 no. 66.4.
About 66.4.
Any.
Okay, that's fine. And as I say, was it 2023 fiscal year?
From now no up to 2024 no. We're expecting to drop down to I think say 60.
That's what I'm saying.
Because of the expansion in the
size
GDP.
of the GDP, yeah.
Yes. And I'm questioning it. I'm questioning it because of the decline in our economic growth in certain sectors that are real to the economy, like the industry. That's my question to it at the end of the day. Expenditures, which I'm of the view say revenue target they are too ambitious because the current one but we have not met our target. Let's also could be say about 200 and something billion there, and the 170.
They are in OP.
The revenues.
Okay. What the figures na meba. Mamintie ya manfo so dey abakakra.
Okay.
Afemi wi a yebesia abane ya around 2 na ye dey ewie enkomo na nwumre. Man Sadat. Man Sadat.
No.
Man Sadat.
Champion ana.
Sadat. Sadat wa ko pe.
Nana wa ko pe.
Sadat ya.
Na ekume.
Amanfo se say.
Amanfo nso etie dwumadie no omadwo nkyere. Omude ba na dodo na ade budget no omobo aban aba so se aban ayade na budget no dodo na chirim se ehwam na me sha se de a memfa wi inflation o se na yaw me chewa dwumire pa na me kai Ghana fo won finfin mantamu say 2nd December yambo ya homoden na campaign no munyamfo ntia. Okay
Sadat
nana
a friend say obi ti o say friend akosu adan kwantim search.
Okay
also or train or segment no or train segment na pa
ai nana edru
honorable I pay no so na ko pick number 3 ono so or train or segment no.
Oh okay oh why pay me no
it is
it's honorable
it's no
it's honorable pa
me madam for back we fa no akacha so or train is no okay o there men carry I Sadat about mo dem am so mo train Sadat ni nyina agozua wadam for pa wa ha Sadat njo there akosua so or train.
Okay nana and ye brain intimi kan gum fast am hwe hu se bit making kind do na edi afiri ho no mo we se na ya o mechia wo pa na Central Regional Warfare Constituency Delegate no a won beto aba ne bi no wo sere o mo say obi bia wo ina nim na wo pem rese bedwa dibre no ye campaign itie o manyafo Canada Compreko Japan wo sere se mo nto aba emfantie se nipa no esan say kurum ha wontimi fa atem didie empretumi e wo ha sei ti Kennedy petumi na de atem didie ne sia no a ene kan hu ni say obeto aba edietia o eko Salvation Army Hospital agona duakwa ene de we free ya wodi ebeto mu o positive change Madina ono so ne die enie o se budget we die eni da so bia nim
first message man dia see o
okay
o se obi a o company ti akenede apon bi o muntu aba
exactly o muntu aba enfantia no o se Central Regional Warfare Constituency Delegate no aha o muntu aba enfantia obi bia o ye campaign against Kennedy Japan.
Okay
aha sana or the ebai
afede Matias
okay
him.
Positive change Madina enso die ni o se budget na ne kenkan no ni da so obi anim e de magana babuno na Ghana ni ono no ne economy ne botum no ensunsan so ben pa e no benya wom o se nye ne edikan ni 2017 asempa budget yete 2018 adwuma pa budget yete 2019 mpuntu budget yete enkoso budget 2020 obatampa budget 2021 ajinkwa budget 2022 enkabumu budget 2023 enkunim budget 2024 nyinyina ayedada no a emfanse sabia embakurum hasei enti Ghana for yemu ye ni na ho was vote for change come 7 December vote for JM NDC positive change dia wodi eba no ankoma first of say bia chimansa was ye ncha nkomo no nyamfo enes kwesi ado nka me mpia yensu ya no was budget no opinion no akenkan awie na simple betimi den sesa ba na emom no o hwe no mu se kuayo fam no aban be ma na ni akọ opa sansa na be ba fadodo na no ebegina kuayo fam o se encha nkoma bulk money nka me mpi achiase ankoma Foster wo fancy ayerbi ono so ne dia wode baaye no King Rashid die ni Tamagov City no butuo o se na ya wo bedwafo no wapamfo anwumre mechia mo pa na watwamfo nyimi da beto ha no mo bechem ene akomadan kwan no ne watwamfo nyini ene wode atum WhatsApp no wode to ye nye Facebook na wo se kwan no hu se yaye ne kama na emo median no ne eda kwan mfimfi no han no na ase yindua flowers wo mo ho de so da so ye kokko na emo hwe benkum ni fa kwan de ye ne se tum
fansam no okay
o se bechem eni akomadan kwano
bechem attachment ya akomadan
okay yes eno na Ken Rashid e chro ba ene we twa picture no so de abetumu a je wo se aban na ye we na o se Ken e kan ho asem o budget ni mu no enti Ghana fo se wunji ndi a yankoma Foster se menka se we twa picture no de abenti menka na Ghana fo nyina hu no yo okay da cardinal me chia wo pa o adwumaden a wo ye da som Ghana Yakopon nhira obibiri ya frame Gabriel Kwadwo Ashon ena me di efiri ya me di Kwadwo Ashon and I'm the free ya me de ebaye was only the ogidio say eniema ni ebetumi adane e wo my Ghana with MPP ye party a obetumi abona Ghana etumi akwani mu was NDC enye option ono so ne de odebaye no na Citizen Francis nso de nie was Ken of Rata 47 bona basopo pa budget ane o kinkaye no na ebebo Ghana amasika semotumi agina Ghana mpuntu nso ebetumi aba we chese Ghana ye nam kwampa no so aye ko yanim na wose mpenifo de obo mabaso pa fotosanfo ne mpenifo ma ye dwumaden enne encha nkoma Valentino ni noi note kolote kole wose encha sonko enko emfa ema no na ya o meche wanwumre pa no utim no mo bo dwumaden da som Ghana sompa na wono de otu Ghana fo nyina afo se Ghana fo ntamu chuku na omonka omakoma emfa nto omo ye budget esi fom no kire se niam betuma ye pa wo my Ghana emu wose encha sonko emfa mo mampanyini abedi kire encha sonko enko emfa no na afin so asante achem north incoming MP udomanyamfo Kwadwo Bajiman CEO Ghana Digital Centers was say opinion so encha enko emfa mano was ne papa Apostle Dr. Kwadwo Safonso encha enko emfa emano hene ba dia odi fra gogo ebetu mu eno na ya o mecha opa woni wabedwafo wapamfo eni watiefo nyina na nwumre encha sonko enko emfa emu obia no pese ofa konya we so na udomanyamfo Joshua Makubu from Mantam so afo no wabo opinion aba so was so call vet no wa pick number 2 no ntino ebire duru adehia no hwe na wonto aba emfa emano no so ne de odi ebetu mu na Amedu Enusa AK na 1 odie na makenkan ede afiri hono no wei afiri Eric Kwakubu adi Patriotic Voice bechem woso ono so ebo foto samfo aba support pasanse budget no de mu hwam na ebeboa Ghana so bebre na we chese MPP aban a obetimi aboa Ghana magana afiri adumu akọ adumu afreda siedu AK na nadu wose enchia enko emfa emawo we de ne de no afiri asokwa constituency eno de baaye woso no manyamfo Edmond Chei we the next person obetima lead adehia wo asokwa edo mo afiri adumu akọ adumu eno nti wo sra adehia so wonto aba mfa mo no manyamfo Edward Fidel Edward Frita D kwasimintim ena de afiri ya wo de ebaaye na ya wo meche wanwumiri pa na wo say bisa opinion wogina mudiama NPP say better than a government and wetima cover 61 billion debtor omoka ho asem no Dominic Amasama dia odi ba no okay Dominic dia odi ebetu mu eno no okay nana yawo mecha opa mo bo adwumaden edasum Ghana sumpa na wo say aban no oboka bibiri aban no aboka bibiri okay nana okay mamfa we dia no ensore so Al Hassan Edway Efriyeji ene de baye wo se wo chia opa na wo hwe investment aban na ya chese emuodu pa chese bibia di adanse se breaking the 8 dey simple de ema aban no pro East MPP chairman wo se enchia enko enfama chairman receive apetogbo wo se enchia enko enfama fantastic munyina mo message aba teacher Bonti munyina mo message no aba bedrum amode de fa Facebook no so nyina no message no aba bedru na ebre no ko enu ntin nankopon ya adom a yihia bi mu a mebo me homode no makenkan dodo na no edi amamo
sara sa o kai energy akumi
ya akumi
akoti ajezi
me kai energy akumi pa
ono so energy ono pick number 1
oh okay okay energy akumi
akoti star boy
oh fine
a regular
fine,
member
fine,
of this show
ono
pick number 1 and I pick number 3
okay
and a cozy pick number 3
okay
and if you akoto so mama if akoto so pick number 3
oh fine oh fine
akwati ajezi ono pe na briki ninya san ko munyina number
3 no
3 na no bia de kosa
aye omunyina ye resi omu mo mutiri nkwa
sanity very me bacho mema of okay we mema 5 minutes bibia can be officer 3
nana me dance o platform media so tire me regular
sao
ai see the me no aye kama
eno ejina Patricia so
ene Patricia kai me Patri kai me nana ye de kwawie ye no ye mo bon ye me so kakra o hwa jumadia aban edi yade a ehuhia magana fo pa ye bo modern eka one district one factory ho asem say 169 one district one factory projects as a cia no etumi employment ye wi etumi employ 169,870 people 169 factories no one district that is almost a 10% employment of all of it very good very good you so you beka transport to home sensem Buankra inland port. Yeah, I like this. I'm very you know Buankra inland port. But me find Chiankoma Mr. Fum. Buankra inland port. Mr. Fum. Oh, your concessionaire. Me channel numero. Also, Mr. Speaker, to improve connectivity within the sub-region and to facilitate tourism, the upgrading of the Tamale airport has been completed. To complement this effort and facilitate trade through Ghana's transit corridor, the construction of the Buankra Integrated Logistics Terminal is being executed and it's about 54% complete. My member concession here and
54 de enu.
54%.
Enu.
Oh, 54%.
Enu. It's only on paper. But reality 54 de enu because me foul e kra boso me mai.
Me ko hono.
Me so me foul.
O de yenka percentage no hwasem.
Aha, better.
Mama Michia Mr. Ezekefum.
What is true with that project is that
phase 1 no
contractor no wo ho.
Phase 1 ya shase.
Cars no ba fe na mo adwudwu ho.
Debi you terminal no ye no.
Tobo.
Na ye terminal no.
The way ni nyina e te say de e wusi dan. Udwi from o ye e fe ni sen no floor na no foundation no ye ho adwuma nyina e forman wo tutu we mu nyamfa blog ntu ho. Afi na mori ye ho ni nyina kama nti won timi meka ntem de o ho no kwa 20% ko enu
o de na ya ye
o de anya o de ye meka no kra na akire
o de mi tia Mr.
Enti do betumi akire ba no kra na me so meka akire
Amichiano Buankra is ongoing e wo budget nim now rural telephony nana ya baby wo Chrome hanum Ghana hanum a okonya network abanya bomodin ahwe say rural telephony close to about 1,353 rural communities. Now, since you to me a phone call, telephone, ever honum. Now they okay, mrena na unya phone that you say cordless phone by you say me about it make us okay. Hey, near maybe about be see tremo. Those days, utebema camper. Na phone ni a lock it. Unto me in your call. Hey, I say more. We are calling so na oko jina kwa oko yoko ani a 3 seconds okay utia sikara ukata 59 seconds no tell me e call 1 minute 5 seconds but I
5 seconds grab e do 45 but na get na ka just say what do 45 seconds to ask me nyina is all rap
obi za so to aso I mean to be fair this budget a strong representation of near abain epese oye Emma Ghana. Me ma me kasa bebre enwa security ya capture security homes and send ya me kasa ma security any ya coastal and flood control ninya ya keka ho asem Dansuma Anomabo Elmina phase 3 ye ninya all percentages no hanom this year ni next year the commission ye be commission there e be ya krabe I mean never bebre ya 6 armored vehicles ya diama security services, visibility from the police, motorbike patrols near their mono. Yes, I can say, ya sustaining peace. Ewo yendi tamale wa trepone boku alavanyo inkonya ejura ekropon kapim. All of these, are working very very.
Na ekropon kapim more the peace about.
Oh, say,
ohun na ntwa waja na egu hoda. Ohun bi da.
Na bi hu bi da.
Ohun na ntwa waja na egu hoda. O de opa maka usheda.
So oda no we biebiem.
O miebiem. Oja na egu ho abo se and from afaso kakra na esoro na wo. Uhu a adwen be o se awo. Ubetiem na ase na e pacha.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, maybe climate change. You can't emissions are. We are seeing finanya government contribute to climate change emissions. Now, buying abon homodin say all throughout these years, climate induced actions, the Honorable Minister for Lands and Natural Resources meeting being honoma onko onboa and making sure say climate induced actions in a reality for the Ghanaian people. In Japan say $54.5 million US. They be establishing Ghana Shell Landscape Emission Reduction Project. Green Climate Fund. But I say, oh, na ready na go na your pants. Oh, me never me.
Me say ngomo ho.
Climate to asem na
there be o climate na o ka no. First can me botom say contractor for na betu o mo ka no.
Nana, you be sure bia.
No, but to be honest with you, MPP government has crippled the local construction industry.
Oh, Debbie, Nana Okasa.
Yeah, I'm telling you for a fact.
In Okasa. Debbie.
Mame, something contrary to say they make an no correct.
Debbie, Nana.
Debbie, mama, a statement of fact.
Contractor Ben, mame contractor be our Bekasa. Contractor Ben.
And to own him some of the contractors car.
Oh, that government Ben and the contractor car.
There be yes, government Ben and the contractor car. Na car would they deliberately you said you close to 6 years. o de ka untua na o say abame and the contractors ka o de contractors na ka opa de make catch we o kasa ma aban kona ko hwe say local contractors na omo yi akwan ni nyinada omo ye road construction ni nyina hwe Kofi Job ma me mo typical example the ememo hu say the make an minim Kofi Job unim say aban de Santase anwankwanta e ma no sa kwa no chemu 02 hono MZ jama 43 na bibi Santase to anwankwanta o de ma Kofi Job o hyase ye adwuma de enti no wasa na mfidi afiri ho Kofi Job kuro ya ono na eye tepa course road de enti no wayi ne ma afiri ho Kofi Job na eye hwidiem Kenya se number 1 number 2 ono kuro no awo de enti no wayi ne ma afiri ho mo hwehwe contractors akese na onimo mo Just Moss and all these contractors mo hwehwe say saban ni omka sa sika na mutua e ma sika ba form
nana ya
enya brofo ne ye ka
nana sika be ko form nana sika be ko form
o de Dr. Zuberu so amami
sika de be ko form ema hwe how nana
how de ha me
sika de be ko form
because I nam na sa o hwe local contractors ni mfidi o ma pack ya masa e ha adwene Dr. Zuberu
sika be ko form
nana
you can know
nana ana me try say in 2023 who project is obj 143 nana wotie
dog mbajo mi tie pa
143 billion
me man na
143.956 billion ana o ko revise ya ade ba fom say 143 na o ka say obj kra ne mpo no untimi nji do obj 134 up to September wage only 79 and a waje target no meet you nti October November December 3 months and obetuma the difference between 79 and 134 now. This year 2024 budget your project is your budget 176 on what basis na able to manage this ask no the asons I could project say your best spend 226 wabraha your project say your best spend 190 no around 79 na ya na ya spend already 121 down. Are we not going to continue borrowing to sustain our budget? No. Are we not going to continue borrowing? When are we going to stop? When are we going to stop? That's my question. It's, some of these things, the question I keep on asking, yare shade debt ni bi. Na ya project e borrow bi. Because the plan is to borrow another 60 billion.
Can you forget that from Nana? Dr. Zuberu.
Maybe I question maybe Sano. Me say. Nana?
Dog.
Yamu yentumin kati a code according to the size of the cloth and the size of revenue. We are spending more than we generate. All the time we have a deficit and we borrow to support it. Meanwhile, we have postponed the payment of the principal amount and the interest into a certain future when we have not even planned put down for it. Now, the economy is growing. How are we deceiving? And yet, better is our outside home. Abontin so hono nana and yet better sir. I wish some more media you go out there and talk to the ordinary people on the ground. Kakre bi na wo manya akwanya efre mo program so e kasa no. If you want to use them as a basis, say obia no ho ato no Ghana ha, we'll be making a very big mistake. The economic reality, our market fields. Way is another hardship beer I look for and I may expect to say ebeba in 2024 because there's not going to be any relief. Say budget ya bantino, all the problems will be solved. It's not possible. Maybe in the minds of those who are close to powers that be and are enjoying, if you say, it's possible. But before God the man, and I will kaba, unkola ono to omufu kaba. Bisa omu, no one ka before God the man, no one can no current say. Is it that easy for them? It is not. And what is the stake of this budget for them? What is in this budget for these people? That's a question we must ask. The general well-being of the country and the people within it. Can this stand the test of the time? Question I may be sending. Because figures now a woman, it doesn't give me anything hopeful than what has been there before. I was expecting that we will see something drastic from last year there. But what we are seeing, no?
Me per se, bibi drastic no, bibi sense my example, physical example ni here there.
Nana Sisiano. Revenue mobilization, no. Yeah, mobilize it to sort out ourselves, no. I didn't tell me who drastic thing I can say. Still, if you look at capital expenditure, the interest payment, and the emolument. The interest payment and the emolument takes large chunk, more than 60% of our budget. And you know, generation now you generate, you know.
Na ka dem pen say sa niam drastic na opese ehuma we ehofo no mu ba akopɛ.
Meba.
Okay.
And you know, I was expecting say the capex or the capital expenditure budget, you know, will far exceed our interest payment. To indicate say development that will generate or that will bring about some employment to the people, no, will be assured in the budget, but it's not there.
Oh.
For example, Meba, tell me, the road coverage in Accra, proper road coverage in Accra, what is the percentage? What's the Amasama? What's the wager? What's the North Kanesha? Check. Put him. I say. What are the Braka? Check through. Adabraka is central. Check through. Odoko traffic light now say ya nye dedia nansi na omode bitumen kakra koguo another asphalt kakra koguo. But yes, still first light one, so still it is there in the center of Accra. What is the quantum of capital expenditure? Yes, factories. Where are they? Where have we located? Where are we going to locate them? And what is the contribution of these factories to the economy, industrial sector, Eshrenke? Where are the factories? If really the factories are there, I don't expect negative growth for industry in 2023. I don't expect it. If really the factories are there, I don't think they are there.
So in Oboni nyina apon.
Me boni na apon na me chan say. This budget is just or much as the same as na ya be ya kwa ya to ne din bebre a. Amfa hwe ambre no. It's not the same. And when the center is no holding, this is what normally sometimes happens. But me abribia masama me can say abotari ye abotari ye because any da some dweba it's an say they abotari ntimi mfa ma ho no ebufuo ntimi mfa ma anything abribia no de se na ya edi na ya abotari ya na ya hwe no ma but so we di or the senini suban echi na nsem bi a obi atena sa akeka na we share the way our budget here presented through kan here at the end of the day did we go or did we come it says a hope workers yesika ya 23% into obi an jubilate ye to stand this car but hey there's cost to it new charges new taxes it has been proposed. They are now going to prepare the document and send it to Parliament. E-levy, what present e-levy in the budget, they mention it, but later there was a bill sent to Parliament. Much the same way, this carbon emission or the vehicle emission charge here, it will go back there. Then we'll come here and start discussing it again to see what have you.
Doc,
so increment fine, but there is corresponding charge that you have to pay for it at the end of the day, and you have to take note about that. Maybe it's not free. They will pass another way to collect it. Sure, there is a proposal to remove sanitary pad.
Taxes on sanitary pad,
yes.
Pad you mean?
Yes. It's a proposal to remove it. Mm-hmm. I was surprised I didn't see the report in the budget.
It is in. Until I make a full statement, no.
Okay.
Why?
And a proposal of this, I'm telling you, we are. But I normally am so proud to digest.
Yeah, and say running issues. Do the custody. It
is sometimes within 2-3 days, and you can kind of you normal highlighter. When we make presentation, it will be. We'll give you the distance.
Mate, dog me that say. Very.
Nanao.
Me that's why.
Mbacho me that say.
Me that's say.
Me kosro. UTV.
Okay. Oh, UTV.
Mbacho I'm UTV.
I see.
Hey, I don't want to make one about.
Also go UTV.
And your boss wo.
Monko traso ho. Azafa ha enene. Ya de mo besie. Patricia se fa fisher me da wase papa pat. Me da wase. Elizabeth Jean me da mo wase wate. Me da mo wase. Henry Kwesiminka nyame nhyira mo. Mo bom homodin dodo. Me da mo wase pa. Samuel Apia era konongu jatan. Me da mo wase o. Mo ya de da mo wase wate. Da mo wase pa kadna da mo wase. Ne mo hyehyɛ mo ya de pa me da mo wase. Ena ho abi man Sadat de ne dem no mi ndo musumi to kwansen ba akomti. Ye da o wase pa. But nyame admo o kyena ya wada nti am ache no no mpa mu. I have our television no eto United Television. Na hwedwumadi aya to din Live Truth, Live Catholic. Live Truth, Live Catholic. Nti o kyena nyame ya admo ahomache no no mpa mu. I have our TV no eto United Television. Ne sha me ne Reverend Fathers no na ye monkomo emfa Catholic GD ho. Me say Catholic GD no ya nwumi antum me beto no kwan so but ma so mu ye na me kura mu so twetwe Roma for boys na ma sha ase ne girls na munya adwuma 1-2 na munya akatua ba ko mienu pe afi de mo pesa mbako maase biom no mo ko maase a o hye sentiment control mu biom no munya asa meaning professor bia or a professor pa or one of the charismatic churches no or usher or a professor or not sorry or usher nti a Catholic youth na mo ye adwuma na munya akatua ba ko mienu bia do afi de do mass kra munya ya sorry ni nya dodo na de ni enya o ba ya no azu say enya u fifi ba no azu udu anu atama sorry na shim na e shiama no anu empam jow de me ka gusi ani say ya mu so mu gidie mu ye ne hia pa yenko hanko hwa de no em say John it is in the Matthew's Gospel chapter 24 say obeti asu we pie wa ha we nam ha entumni kan ko hwe na hwi ni ho mo ko prayer camp na ya mamu nro se monnom yes mamu nnom mo meje ho ahwa moja na ho ade na ekumo yo ye de na ho ya min shira bunta ma chia mi ntie ye nhia e United Television 5:30 live truth live Catholic. Are you proud of your faith? Proudly profess so. Your friend and I are KESSEH. Wait me from the cardinal. The radiasum be jamunyana. Akram.